Okay, reminder that I'm just whipping these clips out and that I will get you better, more excavated info in the future, but I'm just going to casually break down the real history of the Rh negative bloodline. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is that the Rh in your blood type, that stands for rhesus, as in monkey. So people who are rhesus positive are primate positive. People who are Rh negative have zero primate DNA. Yeah, there's like 270 known species of primates, and our DNA comes up in exactly none of them. And the reason why? Because reptilian. Dragon, actually. So, how do you know? What else would it be at this point? And I'm just going to go full reptilian shapeshifter on you right up front. So one of my front groups, a cult that I was lured into by the kids of the parents who made Landmark Forum, which was a big Los Angeles cult run by a guy who was raping his daughter, according to his daughter and his other daughter. That group of people I used to take up into the woods to go camping. One day, I'm sitting next to the fire, and I look over at Scotty, because Scotty's face just changed into this ancient stone god, and then like some ancient Indian man, and then a lizard. Okay, I didn't say anything about that because that's going to sound crazy. But then in the car ride on the way home, Natasha, which is Ha Satan spelled backwards, Natasha said, Scotty, when we were sitting around the fire, I saw your face change into this stone god, and then an ancient Indian guy, and then a lizard. I didn't bring it up once. Independent corroboration, and a ton of people have seen shapeshifters at this point. So you need to wrap your brain around that reality. However, the good news for you, if you're scared about fighting reptilians, they're getting their asses kicked so hard right now. Seriously, I'll explain more on a later clip, but they're getting handled. It's one of the reasons why this shit show is dragging on. It's drag on because we didn't want to fight reptoids. We don't have to. So, let me tell you some other things about the bloodline. I'm an A2 negative blood type. 0.05% of the people on the planet have this blood type. 3% of the people on the planet have A negative. That's almost nobody. 0.05% have AB negative. 0.05% have AB positive. 0.0% has RH null because it's like 8 people, 40 or something like that. So that's how rare. Oh, and I think it's like 10% or 7% has O negative. So the way it works is that all of these bloodlines come from different species. It's going to get super weird. So the A negative line is big ancient dragons. Think alpha, as in the first. The B line comes from the feline. It's the Lyrans, the cat people everyone loves so much. And B negative females have straight collarbones, whereas they should have angled. But us A negative men have angled collarbones where they should be flat. B blood people, do you like cats? And some of those people literally look like cats. One of my friends, I was like, Tori, you are one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, but you're a cat. Don't try to tell me you're not. You're a cat. And she's like, meow. So, the human being is a mix of the best of all the extraterrestrial species. It's why we're so valuable. We're mostly valuable because Enki put the God spark into our 12-strand DNA, but that's another story to excavate later. So the O bloodline comes from smaller dragons. And what you need to know about this bloodline is that it's the original Christ line. Like when you get back to the ancients, it's the family we would call Christ here in the West. Apply your own religion liberally. Well, don't apply it liberally. Just apply your own belief system to your name. So The bloodline got hijacked by people with money. They bought into it, and they bought their way into royalty and bred their way into royalty and inbred their way out of looking royally normal. So if you're an Rh negative and you're like, holy shit, I'm not a primate, relax. You're from the Christ line. Dragons are beneficial. By the way, dragons are real. There's no such thing as dinosaurs. That word didn't show up until 1856. Those are either dragon bones you're seeing or paper mache, made up by the Smithsonian, who are some of the biggest douchebags ever to hide the good science. Also, the Rockefellers. No, the Smithsonian is Rockefeller. So, it's another one of those things that might take you a bit to wrap your brain around, but you will also find it's true. And it will explain a lot, and you're going to feel a lot better knowing you have dragon DNA. You could also be a hybrid of human and dragon. Some of the indicators are multicolored eyes, higher than average intellect, a love for dragons, red hair. Oh, that's why they went on the whole gingers are evil propaganda campaign. Redheads are the most magical people on the planet. You make your own melanin. And they're the most superpowered. Never F with a redhead with green eyes. Especially if she has any sort of like magic books in her house. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I'm going to do a much, much deeper dive on this. But just know that dragons are going to come up a lot. They're benevolent. There's a reason why every other culture has them as real. And I'm going to casually point out for you Christians that the name Mary actually means dragon in like 6 other cultures. So remember that the Vatican hates dragons. The reason why is because they wanted to be the big dragons, and they thought if they took out the big dragons, they could be the biggest dragons on the block, even though they were barely Komodo lizards. And the way they dress, they're kimono lizards. So, if the Vatican hates dragon, and the Vatican has paid out $5 billion for molesting kids, what does that tell us about dragons? Yeah, so get used to that. This is a dragon-friendly zone, protected by dragons, and we will roast you. So if this is blowing your mind open, it did mine too. I didn't know any of this stuff till like 50, almost, what was it? It's 3 years ago now. So we're going to let Storm excavate it deeper below. But, here's something you should know. So far, 46 out of 47 American presidents have been from the Rh negative bloodline. Trump's, I think, an A negative. Obama's AB negative, 0.05 of the planet. Hillary's AB negative. Bill's AB negative. Bernie Sanders, AB negative. Do you know what the odds of that happening mathematically are? And that's how you know they're all in on it. So A negatives will also, we usually have the same face. Check this out. Yep. So this is where this conversation's going to go. And I'm going to bring in other experts. And I'm sure Storm's just going to like really fill you in here about the whole bloodline. She ran me down in a chapter. I don't know where it is in the big book we're making. But yeah, if you're Rh negative, you are more likely to be psychic and super powered. You are built to unlock, and who knows what's possible. So I think that about covers what I needed to cover on that, but there's going to be a lot more to uncover. I'll see you in the comment section. Hello, Dragon.